So let's talk about skin cancer for a second. I thought this was important because if you're fair complected um, and you're constantly out in the sun or tanning salons trying to get a tan, the end result, although it might be lovely at the time to have a tan, um, there's a consequence to that. I'm fair skinned, and I was one of those people that was always going to a tanning salon. And I mean, like every day, to try to be darker, because nobody is ever happy with what they have. If you're dark complected, you want to be white. If you're white, you want to be dark. If your hair is straight, you want curly hair. And so the list goes on. We're never satisfied with what we have. So I was a sun chaser in my teens and 20s, and later in life, late 30s in fact, I was only, 38, 39 years old when I had a skin cancer right here, and ended up with 8 stitches in and out of my face. And I could have had cosmetic corrective surgery because it was a malignancy, but I had decided not to because the scar is, you can't really see it. The only time I can see is when I take a hot shower and there's a lot of steam, and I can see like a pink scar there. But I said, no, I'll leave well enough alone. But then I had another growth in my arm, my right arm, the lower part of my arm. And again, a couple more stitches, and that was just a couple of years later. So I was like 41 or 42, and the doctor told me to be prepared to have other malignancies pop up because I was so young. Being so fair-skinned and sensitive, I really had no business being in the sun. I should have accepted myself for who I was and who I am. I am not meant to be a child of the sun. But, so, if you are fair-skinned and you want to tan, I would say, suggest either airbrush tanning or the indoor self-tanning lotions. They have some decent products out there now. One that I personally like, if I want to get a little color, is from Jergens. It's a self-tanning mousse, actually, and it doesn't turn you orange, and it gives a color, and it lasts for a few days. I don't put it on dark or anything like that to look abnormal or anything, just light for color. I wear a lot of sunblock when I'm out in the sun, 70 SPF, though I heard anything over 50, it's not going to really make a difference. You're still going to have to reapply it after a certain amount of time, or if you've been in the water or whatever. So, and, gotta take care of yourself, I mean, it looks good when you're young and all that stuff to have a tan, to have that color and all that stuff, but when you're older, your skin gets dried out, your skin looks leathery, you eventually begin to look like a dried up raisin, or skin looks leathery, so considering I took heed, and I still look good. One wouldn't think that I was a sun seeker in my youth. But when those malignancies started to appear, I thought, and so, well, it's a byproduct of my own choices, and I have to deal with that, but you can be white and be beautiful. There are a lot of beautiful, fair-skinned people out there, and, the color of your skin doesn't determine your beauty either. Just like any other trait, there's many variables that go into beauty or being handsome, as I said in my video about dentures. And it's the same with eyeglasses, a tan. If you've had, breast cancer and lost a breast and you have to wear a prosthetic, those are all physical things. And those are things that can't be helped either, You have to deal with that stuff. But skin cancer, there's a lot of preventative measures that you can take. If you have a genetic predisposition for it, you definitely most certainly want to even prevent more so because of that. Cancer was a big variable that ran in my family. I've had my own personal bouts with it. Nothing near as serious as what my late father or late sister went through, but still, I've had my own, and you gotta take heed from that stuff. There is no perfect human being out here, and we all have things that we must contend with and be especially mindful of. So, same rule applies here.